going to show you how to use your wraps for other things besides carrying babies. Because really, it's just a piece of fabric, even if you may have spent over $200 on it, and so you should use it for everything that you can. So we're going to start with belly carrying and belly wrapping for postpartum, so for prenatal and postpartum use. I'm going to start with a size 5, just because I like this wrap. But you can use something smaller or longer, depending on what kind of variation you want to do. So I'm going to start with the center in the middle of my belly. And go over. And over. Just like with the front Ross carry, I kind of look like a Jedi. But instead of having it up high, I'm going to go all the way over my belly. I don't have a pregnant belly right now, but it's going to be more like this. I'm going to go underneath the bra line. And then I'm just going to start, instead of starting by at the top, like you do when you're carrying a baby, you're going to start at the bottom. Because your goal is to really lift up your belly from your pubic bone so that you're getting a little bit of a release on your lower back and on your hips. So you're going to start on the bottom and go through, and go through. And you want it to be nice and tight, really feel like you're lifting up your stomach. Now from here, if your belly's big enough, you can go down the sides and cross here. You can even give it a little twist, so it'll be like this under your belly. Or you can take these two, go under your shoulders, cross in the back, and then just give a little tug. It's going to rotate your shoulders back. I'm making sure that my chin is not popping forward and my rib cage is not going forward. So I'm not arching to have this pull. I'm keeping everything straight. And then I'm just going to tie it up top. You don't have to double knot it. Well, that's pretty much it for belly carrying. And then the other thing is belly binding for postpartum. For this one, I'm going to go just a little bit longer, and I'm also going to show it with a stretchy wrap so that you can see, how you can bind it more than once. So I'm going to start in the same place with the middle in the middle of my stomach. I'm going to go around to the back. I'm going to cross it. Oh, there we go. Now, I'm going to go through and pull. I get it nice and tight. Same thing, I want it to be tight all the way from my pubic bone up to my rib cage. Now, if I want to, I can just bring it around to the front from here, or when I have it tight, I can twist it. And then I can work against the fabric to really get some good tension. And bring it back around to the front. And then I'm going to twist it again. So now I have this little twist about right above my pubic bone. And then I'm going to bring it around back. I'm going to pull it tight again. So I feel it compressing on my hip bones, and I feel it compressing my uterus and my other lower organs. And then I'm going to knot it here. You can double knot if you want, or single knot. You want it to feel quite tight, but not so that it hurts. You still want to be able to breathe. You don't want to feel any kind of stinging pain. If it hurts, don't wear it. And then the other thing you can do it with is a stretchy wrap, which is actually really nice because you can get it very nice and tight. And they also come quite long, so you can get multiple twists in. So I'm going to start in the middle, same way. I'm going to cross behind me. Now because it's stretchy, you can get so much tension in. I'm actually going to bring it back around to the front to tighten, so I can walk my hands down the fabric. And then I'm going to twist. Cross behind me again. Twist. Cross behind me again. I could twist again if I wanted to and tie it behind me, or I could just tie it right here. And this feels quite tight, but you don't have to tie it so tight. You can go a little bit looser just to have a little bit of compression. For reference, the crest of my hip is right here. So I'm actually going a little bit below the hip bone so that I know this twist is right above my pubic bone, and I'm giving myself a little bit of a hip squeeze, which feels really nice. You can also do belly binding after you have any kind of abdominal surgery in which they fill your torso with gas so that they can see everything, because it takes some time for the gas to dissipate through your body, and so just a little compression can help with that. Now we're going to talk about stretching, which is really great after you've just had your child on you for like 2 hours for a nap or whatever. Your shoulders might be a little sore, and so you can use your wrap to stretch as like an aid. So you can do it with any size. So whatever wrap you just had your kid in, you can use for these stretches. I'm just going to use a size 2. So the first thing that I'm going to do is a shoulder roll. I'm going to start with the middle of the wrap. It's going to go right behind me, right about on my bra line. I'm going to go over, over, and then I'm going to cross. At this point, I'm just going to kind of give a slight tuck. And just like with the belly wrap, I'm making sure that my rib cage is not pumping forward, nor is my neck going forward. And I'm just allowing my shoulders to roll back and really stretch. If you feel like you need this for a little while, like maybe 5 minutes, you can also just knot it here. If you wear it for too long though, you'll start to overcompensate and your spine will just start curving. So just a little while and then take it off. The next thing that you can do, you don't even have to take it off from here. I'm going to use this as a stretching aid. So the point is to get my 2 shoulder blades close together and really open up my chest. And so I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to slowly walk my hands down it. And I can really pull hard against it if I need to. And the goal is to eventually have your hands meet. And then I can do it on the other side as well. 2. And then you just slowly walk your hands as close as you can. Same thing, I'm trying not to push my rib cage out too much so that I'm not curving my spine. And then the last shoulder stretch is you just take it about however wide you need it to be so that you can go over your shoulders and back without bending your arms. Do this however many times you want. But if it feels really strenuous and you're having to pop your elbows out, just move your arms out. The last stretch that I'm going to show you is a child's pose with just a little bit of a bolster under your belly. I'm going to use a size 2, but you can use a larger size if you want more cushion. So what I've done is I've just taken it, folded it in half, and then fold it out one more time. I'm going to twist it a little bit, and then I'm going to take it and tuck it up on my belly, right above my pubic bone, and into my hip socket, and then I'm just going to lean forward into a child's pose. It's really comfortable for if you have any cramping or any kind of like digestive stuff going on, but it also just feels good in general.